we're expecting over the next few days, as you were just mentioning. We've got red flag warnings and wind advisories up across the entire Southland through Friday at this point, between Friday afternoon and Friday night. You will see relative humidity dropping as low as 2% in parts of Ventura County and parts of LA County, 2 to 9%. That's what RH stands for, relative humidity. Temperatures in the 90s. So this event, very strong, similar to what we saw a couple weeks ago, but there is a but. The temperatures a whole lot warmer than what we saw a couple weeks ago with the Saddle Ridge fire. So that's definitely a concern. We've got heat playing into this. We've got relative humidity down to the single digits and very windy conditions. And speaking of wind, let's get a look at those high wind warnings this evening. You will see 20 to 35 mile per hour winds through Orange County and the Inland Empire, with gusts up to 65 miles per hour in the Santa Monica range. The Santa Monica Mountains looking at 35 to 45 mile per hour gusts. Actually, gusts up to 65 miles per hour. Of course, that is a concern after what we saw in Pacific Palisades just the other day. We will have a look at your entire forecast as we move into this critical fire weather pattern. But for now, send it back to you guys.
Wildfire situation, so understandably people are concerned.
Absolutely. Sarah and Jeff, I will tell you, this is similar to the event we saw a couple weeks ago even. Just looking back to October 10th and 11th, we saw the Saddle Ridge fire. But here's the difference with Saddle Ridge. We saw humidity as low as it's about to get. We saw the winds as high as they're about to get, as gusty. But temperatures were down, and we still saw wildfires. So look, we are heading into this event. The warnings are just as widespread, but temperatures are warmer, so that's already a bigger concern for us. So we've got red flag warnings posted across the entire Southland, kicking in tonight, lasting through tomorrow and Friday. You're going to see temperatures mostly in the 80s and 90s with relative humidity as low as 2%, especially low for Ventura and LA counties, but even through Orange County and most of the Inland Empire, we're expecting relative humidity as low as 5%. Your watches and warnings here showing you 30 to 40 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts potentially up to 60 plus miles per hour through the LA County mountains, San Bernardino County mountains, Riverside County mountains, and the majority of the Inland Empire in the valleys down to Orange County, stopping at the coast there. You will see the Santa Monica range expecting 35 to 45 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 65 miles per hour. And again, the wind mixed in with the temperatures, mixed in with the heat. We've got heat advisories on our plate this time. Wasn't the case last time, and the heat advisory is lasting through Friday, Friday being our hottest day, Thursday, tomorrow being our windiest. At the moment, we are calm, but that is all set to change. Futurecast showing you by early in the morning, we are expecting the winds to howl. Take a look. By 8:30 tomorrow, 55 mile per hour winds expected through most of Ventura County, all the way to the Ventura County coastal plain, through the majority of the San Fernando Valley, the San Gabriel Valley, and parts of the Inland Empire as well. We will continue to track conditions for you on Futurecast. Of course, we are getting a look at our extended forecast right here for the beaches, the basin, and the valleys over the next couple of days. Very hot, very windy, and very dry, at least through Friday, with a little bit of relief, actually a lot of relief, thankfully, by Sunday and Monday of next week. Back to you guys.
Look forward to that.
They're so cute when they're that little.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's okay.
Cute.
Thank you, firefighters. You know what? Firefighters are really on high alert, and the last couple of weeks have shown us why that's so important.
Yeah, this is going to happen overnight. That's right. You're going to start hearing the
overnight,
wind and everything.
the wind is picking up, but wait till you see what it's going to look like tomorrow. So it's peaking tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big wind day.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon.
And hot.
Oh my goodness. Friday's the big heat day. I mean, it's been hot all
So
week.
just Thursday with
really
the wind,
has.
not Thursday and Friday?
There is wind on Friday. The
But not
advisories,
as
the
much.
warnings go through Friday.
I see.
But the sort of brunt of the event, the heart of this event, wind-wise, will be on Thursday. That's where we're going to see some of our strongest wind gusts.
Okay.
And Friday, we're going to see some of our warmest temperatures. The good thing, those two things aren't happening on the same day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still going to be hot.
The next 24 hours
It's still going
seems
to be
to be critical
windy.
then.
Yeah, very critical. So, you know, we still have the heat, we still have the wind. It's just going to intensify wind-wise tomorrow, and then it's going to get warmer temperature-wise, even warmer, even hotter than where we've been by Friday. So we've got red flag warnings going up, wind advisories, high wind warnings. Take a look. We've got temperatures in the upper 80s and the 90s over the next couple of days through most of the basin and the valleys. We are expecting 90s with relative humidity dropping as low as 2%. As we head to the IE and Orange County, relative humidity in the single digits, moving up to 10% at most, it looks like. So very dry conditions, bone dry yet again. We could see gusts up to 60, even 65 miles per hour in the Santa Monica range, in the LA County mountains. Also for the IE, the Riverside and the San Bernardino County mountains, we are looking at gusts up to 60 miles per hour. And in addition to that, to make matters worse, we're looking at heat advisories. So the last Santa Ana event we saw, very significant. It was just a couple weeks ago. We had the Saddle Ridge fire, and we saw humidity just as low. We saw winds just as high, but we didn't see the heat quite like we're dealing with right now. So wind gusts very calm at the moment, and as we check out our futurecast wind gusts, take a look. Overnight, wind is picking up. 3 a.m., very windy, 20 to 30 mile per hour winds. 9 a.m., late morning, this is when the winds start to gust up to 50 plus miles per hour through lunchtime. But late morning, especially bad, late afternoon, still windy, and then late tomorrow night, that's when things continue to gust. They intensify by Thursday. That's tomorrow night into our Friday. Temperatures warm Friday, and then things start to cool by the time we hit the weekend, Sunday especially. So we are just waiting for Sunday to get here. Can't get here soon enough, but until then, we have a lot of critical fire weather to get through. Back to you guys. Whipping in the wind. Not quite the same effect here in the studio, but the wind already starting to pick up across Southern California, getting windier overnight through tomorrow through Friday especially. So we've got red flag warnings that are posted through Friday. We're talking relative humidity as low as 2% across the majority of the Southland with the exception of the high desert. Gusty winds, 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts, 20 to 35 miles per hour and 35 to 45 mile per hour sustained winds. Gusts for the Santa Monica range, the LA County mountains up to 65 miles per hour. That's where we're expecting some of the windiest conditions. Also through parts of the Inland Empire. Again, high wind warnings in effect through Friday afternoon as we check out our advisories, heat advisories posted through parts of LA County and Ventura County as well. So the heat mixed in with the relative humidity or the lack of it. And on top of that, the warm temperatures. Again, the mix of the three, wind, warm temperatures, and very dry conditions making for critical fire weather over the next couple of days. We're going to take you through your wind forecast, show you exactly how windy it's going to get and where. We want to tell you how your neighborhood will be affected, so don't go away. For now, back to you guys.
Spell danger in terms of wildfires.
Exactly, and we always know, somebody who just moved here from back east was asking me, how do you know that there could potentially be a fire? Well, it's the three things, it's the three factors. It's dryness, okay, so lack of humidity. On top of that, wind and heat. Those three things usually make for fire conditions. So that's what we're looking at. That's the criteria that really builds up to red flag warning. When relative humidity is low, winds are high, temperatures are warm, and of course we've got the dry fuel. So of course, this is what we're looking at as a result. All of the magenta on your screen pretty much affecting the entire Southland with the exception of the high desert. So red flag warnings remaining in effect through the end of the week. By next week, we're looking at calmer conditions, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's focus on the next few days, have to get through those before we sort of see the calm at the end of this. As we get a look at high wind warnings, you will see 20 to 35 mile per hour wind speeds, even up to 45 miles per hour. That's sustained. Your gusts in the 60 to 65 mile per hour range under the warning areas. This includes the Santa Monica range, the LA County mountains, San Bernardino and Riverside County mountains, and the Santa Ana mountains and foothills. Take a look right here, your actual heat advisories. So this is the component that was missing from the last event we saw, the last Santa Ana event. We did not have the heat quite like what we're contending with now. So that could make things a little more treacherous as well over the next couple of days. We're expecting temperatures in the 80s and 90s. We're calm right now, but take a look at this. Your futurecast wind gusts picking up early in the morning, 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, getting up to the 50 mile per hour range by late morning tomorrow, continuing through the afternoon. So the 9 to 12 hour especially bad, getting a little bit of a lull, but not much. And then by late tomorrow night into Friday morning, we're looking at very gusty conditions lasting through Friday late morning into the afternoon. By late afternoon, things are letting up a little bit, and a lot of those wind warnings and red flag warnings will start to expire as we head into the weekend as temperatures cool and conditions get calmer. Until then, exceptionally dry, exceptionally windy, and very warm to hot. Back to you guys.
Yeah, we already feel that dryness.
Considerable fire danger as well.
Very considerable fire danger, and Juan, I concur. I just have to put that out there.
He's
as
the
well.
best.
He really is. He cares so much and so much love, and really just watches out for all of us and everybody.
Oh my
Outside
gosh.
of here, really.
Thanks.
I have tissues if you need that.
Is he blushing?
A little bit, yeah.
And also, 30 plus years. I mean, you look like you're 30. You know, like it's like you started in
young.
TV news when you were born. Right?
Started young. Yeah. Real young.
There you go. All right, you guys. Well, we do have to switch gears and talk about the inevitable, the watches, warnings, and advisories on the map right here. We've got red flag warnings in effect through Friday, kicking in tonight, lasting through tomorrow, and yep, through the end of the week. So we're talking relative humidity in the single digits. You'll see right here, 2 to 5%. That's for the majority of the Southland, unfortunately, and temperatures in the 80s and 90s. We have high wind warnings in effect through our local mountains. We're talking wind gusts up to 60, even 65 miles per hour from the Santa Monica Range to the LA County Mountains included, to the IE and Orange County, and we have heat advisories with this event as well. Temperatures have been hot. We've even seen record-tying numbers across the Southland, and we've got more heat on our hands. So the combination of hot temperatures, dry fuels, of course, with very low relative humidity, and of course the wind making for fire weather. So right now gusts are calm, but overnight, different story. Things start to pick up, 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts by late morning tomorrow into lunchtime, 50 plus mile per hour gusts through parts of Ventura County, LA County. The warnings do start a little later in the IE, but that doesn't preclude us from looking at very gusty conditions. We're still in the 40 mile per hour range. By the afternoon, in the evening, things really start to pick up across the board. 11:30 tomorrow night, a very windy forecast for us through Friday morning, even by late morning Friday. We're getting a little bit of a break by late Friday afternoon, and that's when a lot of our advisories and warnings start to expire and things start to wind down for us by the weekend. But of course, if a fire does break out, and with this kind of weather, very likely, I will tell you, we could still be dealing with the aftermath over the weekend. Back to you guys.
Fingers crossed, Deb. Thank you.